Hey, hello, metalheads. Let's talk about metal and the band In Flames from Sweden. I've been an avid fan of In Flames since I was introduced to them in like 1997, I think. The Jester Race was out for a couple of months. That album was out in 1996, but it was a bit after. And I In Flames was one of my favorite band up to the release of Clayman, that I truly love also. And after that, they like changed style a little bit and they try to experiment other things while retaining some part of their sound. So, since I'm a way bigger fan of the first period, it will not be fair to do a top 20 including all the albums of the discography. That's why I decided to divide this thing. So I will do a top 20 for the first period up to Clayman, and maybe if there's people showing interest in doing a second top something for the second period, maybe I'll do it. Because I really love some of those albums after Clayman, and they have bangers on almost every album. There's just two albums that I can get into very much, but yeah, that's what it is. So, In Flames, the first period, it started like in 1993 with Jesper Stromblad on lead guitar, songwriter, Glenn Lundstrom on guitar also, Bjorn Gillot on drums, Johan Larsson on bass, and Mikael Stanne, the singer of Dark Tranquillity, was the singer for the first album Lunar released in 1994. After that, the same year, they released the EP Subterranean, and they changed singer. It was NK Force. I think that guy is also the singer for the band Down, the melodic black metal act. That is really good. Slaughter Sun is a perfect album. Back to In Flames, they made some change on the Jester Race, introducing Anders Frieden as the new vocalist, and he's still the singer right now. And we got some other changes on Colony. Glenn Lundstrom left the band. Bjorn Gillot became one of the two guitar players. Daniel Svensson came to fill the position on drum, and yes, Peter Ewers started playing bass in Flames also, and that lineup was quite stable for some album cycles. Let's go into the top 20, and my first selection as number 20 is the song Colony. I really love the groovy riff on that song. The main riff is incredible. Sorry. And the atmosphere also. You need to know, if you don't, that Jesper Stromblad is actually doing all those keyboards and piano in Flames up to his departure from the band. So he wasn't just writing songs, playing guitar, he was also doing the keyboard. So that's a very important aspect in the sound of In Flames for those few first album. It's really, you're entering in a zone that I really love. It's dark, it's so melodic at the same time, and yes, we know it. Next song on number 19 is Food for the Gods, and that fast song with that riff, really cool riff as a chorus, but I really love even more the verse. I think that verse is so good, and the voice of Anders is incredible. I think my favorite album of In Flames vocally will be probably Oracle Colony. His voice was just so deep, growl, and even when he was not growling, his raspy halfway voice was really appealing to me. But yeah, it changed with time. Next one will be number 18, Behind Space 99. I know that song is probably way higher for a lot of you, and I take the version on Colony. I really like the version of Lunar Strain, it's more raw. but at the same time, I think they improved that song a lot on the Colony record. I think the middle part is a little bit better, the production is way better, and I really love Anders how he's singing it. Yes, it's just an improvement of everything on that song. Next up is number 17, and it's Morphing into Primal. Probably one of their more ruthless track. Is fast. Again, the vocals of Anders are incredible, and the guitar riffs on that, wow, it's just some of those riffs that they don't do anymore since I don't know, since like 7 albums, but those like really fast-paced riff like Dead God in Me and all those things, I really love that. Number 16, it's an old track from Subterranean. That EP is incredible to my taste. Stand Ablaze is standing tall on that 16th position. I really love the middle part, the instrumental melodic part in the middle with riffs. It's not, In Flames were not about doing a lot of guitar solos. There's some really epic guitar solos, but at the same time you will not find a guitar solo in every single song. But they are always bringing new elements in the middle of almost every song back then, and it's always great melodic parts and new riffs, and sometimes you will get a solo on top of that. Stand Ablaze brings everything, and it's so catchy and still very dark. I really love the mix. Number 15, Suburban Me, the 10th song on Clayman. That beginning with that riff is undeniably incredible, unbelievably great guitar solo by Christopher Hammett from Arch Enemy at the time. I think he nailed that solo so much. That first lick introducing the solo with that shred part, ascending shred, oh my god, it's so cool. The melodic chorus is also incredible. Yes, you can't ask better than that. Oh, maybe yes, there's better. Number 14, Embody the Invisible, the first track on Colony. Memorable melodies again all the way through. It's like the Jotun of Oracle, because they did that kind of opening track on Oracle and they did it again with that one. I think who thinks that Embody the Invisible is similar to Jotun? Jotun? Not the band Jotun. Obviously. Okay, so number 14, Embody the Invisible. Number 13, it's Pinball Map, the second track on Clayman. That's a riff fest. Those riffs are really interesting how they have written those riffs. I really like the riffs in the middle of the song. Okay, I can't do that anymore. Let's stop that shit. Really entertaining song, enjoyable song. It's quite like a little bit on the up tempo and side, and really good melodies. Once again, the vocals of Anders are bringing a new dimension to the band, I think, on Clayman, and in that song he really nailed it. Really love Pinball Map. Number 12, it was 13 Pinball Map, so 12 it will be Insipid 2000. Like, that main riff mixed perfectly the whole tremolo riffing of In Flames from like the first 2 albums with the new more groovy style of riff. So that riff has 2 parts and it embodies both parts of that first era of In Flames, I think, personally. And again, the middle section, it is out of this world. Number 11, it's Biosphere from the Subterranean album EP. Yeah, it's so cool, that song, because you get a really strong melody up front, and then you think that song is like happy, but it's not, because the next riff is so dark and fast. I really love the contrast that you get into that song, and it was the purpose of founding In Flames at first. So that's what Jesper said. He really loved Iron Maiden, and he really loved death metal, and he wanted to do a band that makes all the melodic aspect of Iron Maiden, but on the darker side, and the riffs of the death metal. So that's why he created the Gothenburg sound. But it's not just In Flames, Dark Tranquillity at the Gates, obviously. But yeah, I think Biosphere is embodying that thinking perfectly. Really good song. Hey, smash the fucking like button if you're still there and you like that video so far. And I don't mind if you subscribe, it's not prohibited on the channel as well, so you can go also. Top 10 now. For the top 10, I will start with a song that is actually an instrumental track. In Flames has so many great instrumental tracks, and especially on the first few albums, I decided to include just one, my favorite, and it's called Wayfarer. It's on the Just Race album. The piano, the lead guitar, all those twists and turns during the song is so magnificent to me. It's there's no singing, but it sings in a way. The piano, the use of the piano, I think is one of the most beautiful things they did in their career. Thank you, Jesper, for doing that. So there's many other great killer instrumental track in the discography, like Dialogue with the Stars, like Palace and Del's Visa. You have the Jester Dance, Man-Made God. Yes, there's a lot of great instrumental track, but that one is the best. Which one is your best? Is that Wayfarer or is that another track? Tell me right now in the fucking comments. Next one is number 9. It's a song called Swim. Seriously, the first melodic part is really cool, a great lead, typical In Flames, but the riffs that happen just after is totally one of the best fucking heavy metal riffs I heard in my fucking life. Just for that riff, it needed to be in the top 10. Swim is such an underrated gem. I really love that track, and there's no solo, but who cares? The melodies and the riffs are just that's the shit.
That's the shit.
Number 8 is Artifact of the Black Ring from the Jester Race. Again, great riffs, great melodies. It's not fast guitar playing, it's just the right notes at the right time. It's great riffing, nothing overcomplicated, just good songwriting all the way through again. Number 7, Ordinary Story. There's nothing mundane or ordinary about that song. That's a song that has grown on me a lot with years. At first, I loved the song, but it wasn't one of my favorite on Colony. But while aging, I thought that song has really something truly special. The piano in that song is incredible. That part in the middle that the piano is taking the lead, you really have it up front. There's not even drums or not a lot of guitars, so you hear it really well. The voice of Anders again is incredible in that song. It's a very fantastic song. Number 6 is The Hive, another underrated gem from the discography. It's on Oracle, the number 5th. That's the song. Perfect riff to start off this fucking great track, and impressive turnover in the middle of the song. You're not used to a lot of great fast lead guitar. It's solos, but it's riffy at the same time, because those leads are like put together in a way that it's a repetitive thing that they do, but it's a solo within it at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's not just a solo from start to finish. There's parts that are repeating themselves, but it's really great shredding on guitar. It's no Dream Theater, but it's quite fast for In Flames standard. I really love that middle section. I really love that chorus, and all the melodies in that song are pure gold. Top fucking 5 now. Would you like me to do that top 20 for all the other albums after Clayman? Will it be something that you will be interested to listen to watch to? I don't know. If you're not, I'm not. If you're in, I'm fucking in. Okay, number 5, Another Day in Quicksand. Their second best guitar solo, and one of the few guitar solo that I really love from In Flames that it's not a featuring. Yeah, because they did a lot of great guitar solo by themselves, but they have wonderful guests on some of the songs. That one is, I think, Bjorn Gillett that is doing it. It's an incredible guitar solo. If it's not him, tell me. I'm not sure about that information, to be truly honest. I should have done some research, but I don't think there was featuring solos on the album Clayman, apart from Christopher Hammett doing Suburban. But maybe I'm in the wrong. That's where you come in to tell me the truth. Maybe I have the truth already. We don't know. Anyway, going back to Another Day in Quicksand, it's the closing track on Clayman. Really incredible chorus. I think that the riffs behind the chorus and the main riff of the track is like a wink to the first few albums when they were doing a lot of tremolo riffing, but really furious with fast drum. I think this one is more moody, but it's a tremolo riff on top, and that chorus is pure gold. Really love that track. Another track that I think is really underrated, overlooked, whatever you want to call it. Number 4 is Jotun. Such a memorable tune filled with so many great melodic parts, many details. I've learned that song on guitar, and I was so impressed by all the details that you can find in the rhythm section, and the choice of chords, and also the choice of notes that they are doing for the melodic part. The last riff of that song, you need good headphones to or a big surround to really hear all the details of that riff, but it's a magnificent riff, a really powerful riff that is kind of tricky to play. And yeah, it's towards the end of the song, and wow, what a great song. I can't get enough of that song. Now entering the top 3, it will be number 3, December Flower. It's probably the favorite song of some of you guys, and I was about to put that song first, but there's 2 songs I like, I think, a little bit more. I'm not even sure. It's their best guitar solo in that song. It was done by another featuring Fredrik Johansson, who didn't play in a lot of bands. I think he played on the first EP of Dimension Zero and in a band called All Ends, but it was like more gothic metal, gothic rock. He did the solo in December Flower, and that solo is, oh my god, probably one of my favorite solo ever in any genre. It's truly a piece of art, that solo, and those riffs, those galloping riffs in December Flower, also it was the beginning of their more groovy style, I think, that they will really make perfect into the album Clayman. In Colony also, but in Clayman they did a lot of those galloping groovy riffs that are so recognizable into the In Flames sound. So can't get enough of December Flower, such a great track. All the best elements of In Flames are within this song. Number 2, it's from the same album, The Jester Race, and it's called Dead Eternity. They did a first version of that song on the Subterranean EP, and then they decided to redo the song, change the lyrics with Anders on vocals on The Jester Race, and it's even better. I really love that it starts with a blast beat first. In Flames, blast beat, really they will do that. That melody is really nice, and then the atmospheric part, that it's like you're worrying what will be happening, and there the spoken words part, and then it kicks you in the face with that fucking riffs. There's so many great parts in that song. It's a perfect song to me. 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10. Dead Eternity should be there, and it's there, I think. And last one, what is my favorite song? And you are probably wondering, my god, you forgot my favorite song, why it's not on the list? Yeah, those first few albums were so great that even a song that I will put like 25, maybe it's your favorite, because the songwriting was as strong as that. My fucking favorite In Flames song is Zombie Incorporated, and I think this song is just so memorable, and the best parts for sure is the middle section with the clean guitar, that solo over that clean guitar part, and then the electric guitar kicks in for the second part of the solo, and it finished with that beautiful lead guitar for the after solo. It's mind-blowing how good it is. It's another track that I learned on guitar, and it's so much fun to play. It's just intricate enough to, it's not, you can't get bored playing that song, I think, personally. Perfect song, perfect vocal by Anders. Again, Zombie Incorporated. Wow. I have to throw a few honorable mention. Almost every single song are great on those first album up to Clayman, but I want to underline some songs that I was about to put in the top 20. Worlds Within the Margin, that's the 8th track on Oracle, splendid track. Ever Dying, oh my god, on Subterranean, another killer track, and that acoustic outro is really tasty. Resign, the 8th track on Colony, yes, with that beautiful melody to kicks the song in. Episode 666, yes, it's not in my top 20, I can believe it. It will have been in my top 10 like maybe 15 years ago, but I love other songs way better. Subterranean, the title track, really incredible track. In Flames, the track In Flames, it's a really badass song with a lot of cool riffs. Brush the Dust Away, the hate song on Clayman. It's a lot of double bass drum, good melodies, good riffs, perfect song. And Dead God in Me with those fast riffs that I was talking about at the beginning of this video. And yes, that middle part that the guitar are answering to each other, I really love that. So Yes, I think I've said enough in this video. Let me know what's your list in the comments. Do you want me to do another top 20 for all the other albums? And yes, let's keep the fucking metal flame burning. Let's share and talk about this limitless musical genre that we all love. That's why we are here watching that video, I guess. It's not to put the baby to sleep. Oh, I hope not. It's not a good sign for me. We have an amazing community on Metal Anthology, but also an amazing, a way more amazing community in metal in general at the festival. Every time you go to a show, I think it's so welcoming and people are just caring for each other so much. I really love that atmosphere. I have to say, let's stay curious. Let's embrace all metal genre and respect those that we really don't like, because it happens. There's some metal that I really don't like, and yes, that's the same for you. So just have respect and an open mind. So that's it for In Flames for that top 20. It's out. Cheers, everyone.